Congratulations to Terrence Bud Crawford. You, my friend, are now the king of my era. You proved a lot of doubters wrong. See, I never really doubted you. I didn't say you weren't capable of winning the fight. I just said, I wonder how. Well, you just like Allen Iverson. You are the answer because you answered my question. And the how was in every which way possible because Canelo himself said, and I saw myself, that you have everything. You are the total package. I just apologize for even questioning this because I should have seen it. See, where I messed up at is all this, got caught up in all this small man talk. I knew you had the skills to pay the bills. I knew your IQ was levels above Canelo, but my thing was the size difference. And when I was just thinking back before the weigh-ins and before the face-offs, I was just thinking of how is a guy who is a smaller man, which proved me wrong, he wasn't a smaller man. But when I think of, look, I've never seen these boxers in person. But when I think of someone at 147, I think of a small fighter like a Pacquiao. And then I started thinking, damn, he's going up to, you know, 3 weight class to 168. And Canelo is a big dude and he fights big dudes. And my question was, how, bud? How were you gonna beat this man if your punches won't affect him? But you clearly showed me how. And I tip my hat off to you, Canelo. Tip my hat off to you because there was really nothing in it for you, but you went ahead and took the fight. Crawford, your ass did some shit 99% of these fighters would not do. You took the challenge and went up a couple weight classes and showed the world that you are him. You are him, my boy. Your ass put on a show. That probably was the best fight that I have seen in my era since I've been living. Oh, we got a little dark here. Wait, okay, we back. But yeah, that probably was the best fight that I've seen in my time, in my lifetime. And for you to do that and get in the history books and show the world that you are a real boxer. You are a real fighter. You wasn't scared. You wasn't backpedaling. You was showing him that you can land hard punches. You didn't let him bully you. Your ass hit him with some clean shots, combos, got in there and traded with him when everybody said that you wouldn't trade. And that's what I think everybody was scared of, is how was it going to affect Bud if they traded. And you got right in there in the mix and mixed them. That was amazing. So I put you up there with the greatest. You have proved. And then the thing that got me was there was no, like, you didn't make any excuses. I didn't hear one time you saying anything about, oh, he's on steroids, we got to take all these tests. There was no rehydration clause. You just took him as he was at his best and showed the world who really was the best. See, Canelo, when it comes to it's not only Canelo. You got these fighters with really great skills, and they just seem to never want to polish up those skills and kind of work on other things. We already knew, Canelo, you have a great chin. We already knew you had good defense. We already knew you hit hard. But why not change your ways of fighting? Why did you not train to put more combos together? Why did you not train to use the jab? I mean, it was just you still did you depended on your strength, which when it does come to a boxer as talented as Bud, it's really not going to matter, especially after I've seen that, you know, you weren't really that much bigger. You weren't bigger at all, to be honest. I mean, Bud has a slimmer type frame. You got a wider frame. I mean, he has a longer reach. So you guys are really the same size, and that's what got me. Once I saw that in the conditioning, and that you guys and you in the face off when I really got to see you guys side by side, that's when I was like, okay, I don't think this is gonna be a problem. I don't think it's gonna be a problem for Bud. He is, and I said it before. Comes from a wrestling background. He's a strong individual himself. But then when I saw he was damn near the same size as Canelo, I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna do his thing. And then, it was questionable on your chin, but your skills was so on point that I don't even think he even got a clean shot. But Canelo kept on doing that bully style fighting, one shot at a time, loading up on his punches when I really thought he was going to come and bring his best and actually bring something different. What did impress me is in the first 4 rounds, as much as people say that Canelo doesn't have defense, he showed that he does have defense and defensive skills. Um, so I just don't understand why you guys didn't train. He already has that power punch. Why did you not train to do something different? You knew Bud was gonna. You have to watch the same fights we watch. You guys are professionals. As a professional, you should know what Bud is gonna come in there. You should know that Bud is a sniper when it comes to his combinations. You should know Bud is a little light on his feet. You should have known that. So knowing that, what made you think that this overpowering, loading up at shot, planting your feet boxing style was gonna work? Because Canelo's not slow, and he has good head movement, defense. So why did you guys not train for combos, 4 or 5 punch combos, heavy output? Because those one punches weren't gonna cut it. Jab, jab, jab. Your reach is you have a shorter reach. So why don't you work the jab, get in there, throw combos, give angles? Why did you guys not work on that? That bothers me so much because as a professional fighter, that gets paid millions and millions of dollars, you should know that you need to work on other things. Why not be an overall great fighter, right? It's like Ryan Garcia. He has the natural talent. The natural talent. He knows that he has quick hands, and he knows that he has a really, really good left hook that'll put people out. So you already have that. So why not work on everything else? That's what I don't get. You guys are professionals. Why don't you become an all-around great fighter? But no, you just want to, just go off your natural talent, and then when you start losing, you start reverting to left hook, left hook, left hook, left hook, and then it's like because that's all you know. Come on, man. You as a professional should be trying to work on everything. I know you guys hear, Canelo's team hears what we all hear. He's heavy on his feet. He fights flat-footed. He's not the same. You heard all this stuff, and you still decided not to work on all that. So my question is, did the world convince Canelo and his team that he was too big for Crawford? Because I think that's what happened. I think that the world convinced Canelo that he was too big for Crawford, and he went in the fight thinking that he was going to overpower him. He was going to hit him with shots that made him think. He was going to scare Crawford like he did Charlo, and then he was going to break him down. But when that didn't work, you saw the frustration in Canelo's eyes. And like he said, he does everything great. Canelo said that Crawford does everything. And I couldn't figure it out. And that's where I tip my hat to Canelo, because he didn't make any excuses. He gave him the ultimate respect, and he gave him his props and let the world know that he's a great fighter. I tried my best, but Crawford has everything. There's nothing I can do. And you always get one shot at these type of fights, so it's really disappointing to know that, Canelo and his team didn't really prepare right. And then Crawford, he believed in himself. He knew, he saw. Because, when he was looking at Canelo, he saw what I couldn't see. I wasn't there. That, he's not the bigger guy. Actually, we're the same. And I'm just as strong, not stronger. All I can go off of is what I see on TV and the numbers. So, my bad for thinking you was a little man, because you're not a little man. You're a big man in the big dog's world, and you are officially one of my favorite fighters now, because you are not scared to get in there and get in the pocket and deliver that work. I love the way you did that. You know what I mean? It's not running at all. You a sniper. You went in there and traded with him with combos, hit him with some clean stuff, some fast, quick stuff, and you did the job, and you left no doubt in anybody's minds that you were and you are the best fighter out of the two. I don't see a reason for a rematch, because I think at this point it'd probably be the same or even worse. I don't think Canelo has it in him to change the way he fights. I really think that he let the world convince him that he was bigger, the stronger, and the more talented fighter. And I don't know why he let the world do that, but the world was saying it, including me. I was one of them that was questioning it. I was questioning, how is Bud gonna defeat the bigger, stronger guy? I let the world get in my head as well. And Crawford answered my question. Crawford is the answer, just like my favorite basketball player of all time, Allen Iverson, the answer. Crawford, man, I don't even know who's even out there for you. I think you whoop feet. You Kendrick said it. You whoop feet. I don't know who you gonna whoop everybody's feet. You should go and dust off the Charlo brothers, get them out the way, whoop their feet. But I don't even know it's even worth it for you to do that. Maybe go get one more big payday, whoop those feet. I don't know who, but just get out there and get your payday, get that 100 mil, and then retire, because you are great and you proved the world you are who you say you are. And I respect that, because you believed in yourself. And did you not only believe in yourself, you actually did what you said you was going to do. I am very impressed. I mean, I think Canelo only got 4 rounds. I rewatched the fight, and I think you can legit say Canelo probably got 4 rounds, 3. And I believe those other ones that he gave, because I think it was 2 rounds that Bud was on his moving around a little more and on his feet a little more, and maybe that's the reason, which I don't feel like it's a good enough reason to give, but Canelo those rounds, but maybe that's the reason why they gave that round, those couple of rounds to Canelo. But the only round I really legit saw go to Canelo that I was convinced that, okay, that one went to Canelo, I think it was the 5th round. But, you know, I never said that Crawford was going to get his ass whooped. I never said convincingly Canelo was going to win. I just had, that's why I didn't want to go one way or another. They're both my favorite fighters, but I knew the skill level of Crawford, and I just felt like, not knowing until I actually saw the weigh-ins and the face-off, I really felt like Canelo was way bigger than Crawford. But once I seen them face off and weigh-ins and saw how fucking Crawford was all looking like Bruce Lee 2.0, I was like, oh wow, okay, well, yeah, that changes everything. And you know, so anyways, Crawford, you did your thing. I'm proud of you. Canelo, keep your head up high. You're still one of the greats. But yeah. What's next? What do you think is next for the both of them? Because I don't know. I mean, you got Benavidez, which I don't know if Canelo wants to go, get in there with him, because Benavidez is a high output puncher and he's a strong beast as well. So I don't think that bully fighting that Canelo does, I don't think that's gonna work on Benavidez. Uh, so hey, I don't know. I don't know what's next, man. I don't know what's next for these guys. But I tell you this, as far as all the fighters that I know, anybody step in the ring with Crawford, they gonna get their ass lit up. Because Crawford is what he says he is. He's gonna light their ass up. That fool's a sniper, boy. He's very calculated, and I like how he's like, I don't want to take anything away from Mayweather, but he's not a Mayweather type of fighter. It's not a pop shot, I'm out of here. He's boom, bang, bing, bing, and he's still in there, but the distance he's still in distance to engage, and it's crazy how he does that. He's a good fighter, man. He's a great fighter. But yeah, so y'all that been waiting on my commentary because y'all was eating me up on the other video. I didn't say that Crawford was gonna get his ass whooped. I just had questions. I had questions of how he was gonna do it, and those questions were answered. And like I said, I believe that Canelo let the world believe that he was the bigger man and that he was a more powerful man. Canelo let the world get in his head to make him believe that he can get out there and just fight the same way because he was the bigger man. So that's where he fell short, is letting the world get in his head and make him believe in that. But other than that, it was a great fight. It was an entertaining fight. They both went at it, and I enjoyed it. And I was glad it was free. It was on Netflix. So I'm happy it was free. But anyways, y'all, go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, do all that. I like to engage you guys in the comment section. So, but make sure y'all subscribe, man. I'm out. And, well, before I get out of here, oh, wait, Hello. Hey, before I want to remind you guys, get motivated. We in the Get Motivated studios. This is one of the shirts, motivated. But the motto always is get motivated and get money. All right, I'm out, y'all. Peace.